Welcome to Ed Fluential Sports, where passion meets precision. As I'm your host, Ed, diving deep into the plays, players, and stories shaping the game. And today we're here to discuss LIV Golf Korea and how great of a tournament it was. Like I said, as you see in the title, and if you watched ended, which is golf terminology. And so, starting with the first round, Lucas Herbert, he had a good start. Didn't finish too well. I forgot where he finished at actually, but I don't think he was in the top five to end it. Yeah, he wasn't. He had a good start, but it was rough after that. John, it was a few guys that had really good starts, but obviously it's a 4 day tournament, not just one. So it all depends on what you do throughout the tournament. Bryson Dechambeau, he had a great round one. It was him, Scott Vincent, Charles Howell. They all had a -5, so all three of them played really well in round one to open up Live Golf Korea doing their thing. Like I said, despite Herbert having such a high start that he did, he didn't end up finishing top 10. I think he was top 10, but he wasn't in the top five, despite how great he was to start the game. And then at that tree, he wasn't that great either. Following that, but it was then Joaquin Neiman, Thomas Peter, on Palucha. They were all in that mix for that fourth spot. It was all a tie at -4. And so first round was interesting, high score too, because I thought after the first, well, actually not even. I, the score was lower than expected because I thought some guys could have got to a -6, could have got a few more birdies, to be honest. But and then the winner had end up having a low score too. So, but you get to the second round, then you see a change up a lot. To be honest, yeah, it was a few changes because Scott Vincent, he ended up falling out the top five. Bryson and Team was still in it. He just fell to two, but he didn't fall crazy. Cam Smith moved up. Thomas Petrus, Hal and Vincent was still there, but they was in the bottom. They was in the top 10 instead of top five. Thomas Petrus, he had a -5. It was like five. It was a five-way tie for third place. But obviously, due to tiebreaker stuff like that, guys fell. But Tyler Gooch, after not being top in the lower part of the top 10, he climbed into the top five and had a -8. His round two was spectacular. He did his thing in round two. At one point, everybody in the top 10 had a -4. So everybody was really going crazy trying to get doing that thing. It was some good. The bad swings didn't come until the following. No, it was some rough swings in this one for sure because you didn't see much of what you saw in the first round. In the first round, like I said, you had three guys at a -5, and the highest score was a -8 after 2 days, which was crazy because how round one went. You was expecting it to be like I forgot which one of the last tournaments. Somebody had a -22 to win it. So I was like, that seems like the trajectory we on here, or at least like a -15 or something close to that. But that still wasn't the case. We got some that look close to that, but it still didn't. But nobody reached the -15, which was, like I said, it was surprising. So then you get to round three, a Live Golf Korea, and you got Joaquin Neiman, Tyler Gooch. They stay in the mix, but they both fighting for one. They both got a -9 after that. Like I said, nobody's moving up crazy. Like the scoring was super low. The swings weren't great. It was a lot of wind too. It was some solid swings that just went in and out the hole. So a bit of luck, or few people not being so lucky. But the highest score was a -9 after round three. Charles Howell, he got his first bogey in his last 22 holes, which was crazy. I didn't even realize it had been that long since he got a bogey, but that was his first one in 22 games, and nobody was in double digits. Lahiri had a really bad day. Nobody was in double digits, negative double digits, because obviously the lower the score, the better. So nobody did anything. Obviously, Joaquin Neiman, he moved up. He had the best day with a -4, moving up from 4 to 1, and he was in the top for one. But he did a great job moving up. So shout out to him. But Bryson Kimbe, he fell at the top five. Taylor Gooch, he fell to two, but he only had a -1 that day. So he was tied with Joaquin Neiman, but he ended up falling to two, and Joaquin got the first spot because he had the better overall day with a -4 compared to his -1. So, like I said, the swings in this weren't great. Some swings throughout the tournament, because even especially in round four, There was a lot of swings that went into the crowd, went into the grass. A couple of shots went into the water, or swings, I should say, not shots. A couple of swings went into the water. So this wasn't a great tournament at all. Like, this wasn't really entertaining. It was entertaining based off the fact that some of the plays you saw were funny. But as far as like the best golfing you could see, this is one of their worst tournaments of the year because of how bad some of these guys were. Bryson DeChambeau did climb back into the top to end it, because round four is when you've seen some even more bad swings. It got started with some rough swings, people getting damn near hitting the crowd. Like round four, like everything was just round. It peaked. This tournament peaked at round one, which hadn't happened in a minute in LIV golf. But this tournament definitely peaked in round one, and then yeah, it came down to playoff holes. Bryson DeChambeau was locked in at three with a -11. Dustin Johnson locked in at four as a -10, and Scott Vincent locked in as at five as a -9. So the top five was clear. It was no ties within the top five, aside from the 1 and 2 spots between Joaquin Neiman and Taylor Gooch. So it came down to playoff holes for them. So basically, whoever can get whoever get the ball in the hole the fastest, and it was Joaquin Neiman here, because even though Tyler Gooch, he low key got screwed because it was his third swing, the ball went in, it had like rolled in and then went right back out. It didn't go completely in, but it rolled on like the side, and you thought it would go in, but then it skirted a little bit past the hole, and then on Neiman's third swing, he was able to get it. So obviously, it would have been a fourth swing for Gooch because he didn't get it on that third one. If he was able to get it, then they would have kept going until somebody got it in there. Whoever got in there in the shortest amount of time, which was Joaquin Neiman. But Tyler Gooch, luck just wasn't on his side in round four. But Joaquin Neiman, he walks away with the win, winning LIV Golf Korea. Bryson DeChambeau, he had a great bounce back. Obviously, he didn't win, but he finished in third place, which was still good because the last tournament was rough for him. But he bounced back greatly and ended up with a top three finish, which is still really good. Obviously, you want to win, and everybody wants to win. But still finishing top three and having a great year that he has had in general, a good bounce back from what was his previous tournament. So you got to respect it. But Joaquin Neiman walks away with the win, and you can't do nothing but congratulate him on getting the job done. So that wraps up this video. Make sure y'all leave a like on the channel. Leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, comment your thoughts, and share for others to see.